Hi, friends. Good morning. Today in math, we're going to be talking about fractions. Now, yesterday we were doing some drawing lines of symmetry where we're dividing um, an object, an item, a picture exactly in half. We're cutting it in half in two equal parts, okay? So today I'm going to share my screen really quick so you can see. And I'm going to define, you should have page 323 out, which is 11.2, and it's writing fractions. That's the page that we're going to be working on. But before I show you that page, I want to show you this. This is, well, first of all, let me define a fraction, okay? A fraction, as it says on your paper, is an equal part of a whole. Now we know like a whole number means all of it together, okay? Like whole, like this is the whole. This is an equal part. Okay, now the whole is 1, but if we cut it in half to make a fraction, this would be now 1/2. 1/2 of a chocolate bar, 1/2 of a cake, 1/2 of a piece of toast. Okay, that's just to give you an idea of what this is. If I eat one side of it, I'm going to eat 1/2 because there's still this side. Okay, so fractions, and just to further break it down, this is our denominator. And I'm going to mess this up because it's like squished, and a numerator. Okay, numerator is a number that goes on top, denominator goes on the bottom. The denominator is going to tell you how many parts. 1, 2. How many equal parts are there? There's 2. And how many are shaded in? 1. Just this guy right here. Does that make sense? So that's how you break down a fraction. All right, let's look at our paper. We're right at the top of the front side. A fraction is an equal part of a whole. Do you see this? This kind of looks like a chocolate bar to me. They cut it into 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many pieces are shaded? 3 of them are shaded or colored in. And how many parts are there altogether? 4 equal parts. Good job, friends. Okay, so then our fraction would be 3/4. That's how you write it, and this is how you read it, 3/4. It sounds a little silly the way that we're talking about numbers now when we talk about fractions, but it's very important that we learn to say it properly, okay? It can get a little confusing, but I know you can handle it, friends. Okay, let's look at the first one. How many pieces is this cut into? 1, 2. So how many equal parts? 2 equal parts. How many parts are shaded in or colored in orange? Just 1. So we're talking about 1/2. Everybody say 1/2. Good job. Okay, let's do the same thing for the next one. How many equal parts? 1, 2, 3. 3 equal parts. How many parts are shaded in, friends? 2 of them. Does anybody know how to say this? 2/3. Nice. This is 2/3 of a, well, these always remind me of chocolate bars. Okay, next. Parts that are shaded in equal parts. Well, I like to do the equal parts first. How many equal parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All you're doing is counting how many parts it's cut into, how many pieces or slices it's cut into. There is 6. How many are colored in or shaded? 5 out of the 6. So the way that we name this fraction is 5/6. That sounds tricky. Let me say it again. Repeat it with me, okay? 5/6. Okay, let's go to number 4. color the parts to show the fraction. Now we get to do the coloring part. It's telling us how many we should color and how many there are. It's giving us that information, and now we get to do the other part of coloring it. So basically the opposite. So 2 parts are colored out of the 3. I know yours are going to look much nicer than mine. There we go, 2/3. Now let's look down below. 2 parts are colored out of 4, so there's 2/4. And you can color it either way. It doesn't really matter. You could do it like this. You can do it like this. All right, 2/4. Next, 3/6. Oh no, I'm skipping. 1/2. 1/2. That's kind of like the example I did right when we started, right? Do you know I was giving you answers? I didn't either, actually. Okay, number 7. 3/6. So there's 6 equal parts. This kind of reminds me of a pizza. 6 equal parts of a pizza. And how many were eaten? 3. 1, 2, 3. 3/6. And really, it kind of looks like 1/2 also, right? If they were to cut it to 2 pieces. Okay, let's go to the back. We're going to circle each shape that shows equal parts. Now, here's the thing. This is important. When we're talking about fractions, the parts must be equal or we can't really count it. There's got to be enough for our friends to share, okay? So 5 equal parts. Equal means the same. So some of these cuts are kind of funky. Now, it has to be fair for everyone getting a slice or a piece. So if it doesn't look like it's fair, if one slice is bigger than another, it's not equal. If one is super tiny and another one's really big, that's not equal. Okay, if one's a triangle and one's a square, that's also not equal. They have to be the same shape and they have to be the same like length and width, okay, the same amount. Here we go. Let's look at the first one. Is that 5 equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, let's circle it. Those look like if I broke that reminds me of a Kit Kat, right? If you break the Kit Kat, everybody's going to have the same piece. Let's look at the second one. If everybody came up to this, let's say that was a pizza cut kind of weird. If everybody came up and grabbed a slice, well, someone's going to get a ginormous slice. 2 people are going to get really big slices. 2 are going to get not so big slices, and one's going to get kind of a medium slice. So does that look equal or fair? No, it's not. Let's move over to the next one. I have no idea who learned how to cut this way, but do you think that would be fair or equal for someone to get a slice of whatever that is? Probably not. Let's look at the last one. Let's count the slices or the pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that look equal? Yes, it does. Circle it. Good job. Now we're going to do the same for 4 equal parts. Do these look equal? No. How about these? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. How about these? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. How about these? Some get triangles, some get rectangles. No. All right, let's look down below. It says, circle the fraction that is greater. Now, this is the way I like to think of this. On the round ones, I like to think of them as a pie or a pizza. Would you rather have 1/3 or 2/3? Now, considering you're really hungry, imagine you didn't have breakfast and it's lunchtime and you're starving. Would you rather have 1/3 or 2/3? Well, if you're hungry, probably 2/3. This one is bigger. Or you could just circle this. You don't have to circle the fraction, the example. 2/3 is bigger. You're going to get much more instead of 1/3. All right, let's look at number 11. What's bigger? Which one is greater? 2/4, so half, or 3/4? Which one's a bigger piece? Or which one has more? Yes, 3/4. Good job. All right, let's go down to the bottom. Draw a picture that shows 1/3. Write the fraction. There's a couple ways you can draw this. We can do that or this. And if we do it like this, we'd have to go like this. Okay, and color in. Oh, I kind of didn't make that equal. Make sure it's equal. That's the most important part of this, okay? The point is that they're equal parts. Still doesn't look equal. There we go. 1/3, or you can divide. Ah, those are really big. I didn't really do a good job there. Actually, I'm going to erase the whole thing. That was a terrible straight line. There we go. Whoa, that's a pretty good box there. Now to divide it into 3. Oh my goodness, Miss Warner. Okay, kind of. The first one's still a little bit. What did I do? Not a good one. Ah. I'll try it one more time. Yes, this looks much better. Okay, there we go. I'm happy with that. So 1/3 would be coloring one of these, 1 out of the 3 slices. Okay. 1, 3 slices cut, and one of them is shaded in. All right, friends, we're going to have so much fun working with fractions. I think this is a pretty cool chapter, this last chapter that we're in, and I think you guys are going to have fun with it. It's definitely a review, and it's a good way to end our school year. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me again today and learning how to write fractions with me. Love you so much. Have a great day. Mwah.